Moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. They'll run it now out of the gun. Quick move by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They go play action here on first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 50, it's Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. On the right side, this is Miller. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Underneath for Miller. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the red zone now, Watson. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to be Packer football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, Watson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Clay Matthews in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 43 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 27 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. On the move to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is Miller, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hop. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Making like a money back.